Just take my hand and hold on tight. We'll take a stand and fight for our rights. This is the right fight. We'll struggle through the night until we make the world so
We are the 5th grade scholars of Shining Valley Elementary. Welcome to our play. It's called The Right Fight. Not that kind of fight. We're going to talk about the fight for human rights.
Everybody sit down, the teacher's coming.
Hello, class. Today we're going to talk about the history of human rights.
Boo!
Excuse me?
History is boring.
Yeah, why do we have to learn about history?
Why should we care about a bunch of old dead guys?
Well, those old dead guys and gals fought for the rights that you have today.
Rights of sitting in a classroom being bored to death? Boring!
All right. This unit we will have a test at the end. But if you qualify, you don't have to take the test at all. I will give you an automatic A.
Ooh.
I would like everyone to stand up. If you have brown hair, please sit down.
That's not fair.
I never said this is going to be fair. Now, if you are shorter than this, please sit down.
Aw, man.
If you are a girl, please sit down.
That's discrimination.
Please sit down. If you walk to school, please sit down.
What if I usually get a ride, but I walk today?
Please sit down.
Aw, man.
The student who is still standing does not have to take the test.
That's not fair.
I chose the best student to not take the test.
But why is he the best?
Because I said so.
But he didn't earn it or anything.
People are treated like this all over the world and all throughout history. I didn't choose this student based on anything he had accomplished. I chose him based on my personal preference and made him feel better than you. It isn't fair, but it happens all the time. Lucky for you, courageous people throughout history have fought for your rights to get an education, to have recess, to have food and a home, and the right to make choices for yourself. But since you don't want to learn about your universal rights, it's easy for me to take them away. This is why it is so important for you to learn about your rights so that if anyone tries to take them away, you can fight for them. So, are you ready to learn about the boring old dead guys and gals who fought for you?
But you bumped into me.
Yes, Your Majesty, I saw it happen.
You dare contradict me? Arrest them both and throw the pit for the rest of their miserable lives.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
When people didn't like the king to have so much power, so they all worked together to force him to sign the Magna Carta. Get out of my way!
Not until you sign this.
Your knights aren't here to protect you.
Oh no.
The Magna Carta is said to have laid a foundation of individual rights for all British citizens.
But that wasn't the end of the fight for human rights.
In the 1800s, a man named Napoleon conquered much of Europe.
I am the Emperor of the French, the King of Italy, the most important man in the world. What's that mean, peasants? Or die.
Oh, man.
That is better. I am the best in all the land. Control in the
created an army of loyal followers who believed in his ideals. These were the Nazis.
Hitler ruled Germany out of the blues. Once we destroyed all of the Jews. Who cares if they refuse? We're bigger and stronger and smarter too.
Hitler didn't care about universal human rights. If someone was different, handicapped, gypsies, political prisoners, and mostly Jews, they were sent to concentration camps where they were forced to work, often to death.
Millions of Jews were murdered by the Nazi Party following Hitler's orders.
These people had no rights and no way to fight the power of the Nazi Party.
Other people had to stand up for them.
The Allied powers made up of Great Britain, China, the Soviet Union, United States, and others stood up against Germany and their allies called the Axis powers.
To have begun.
But World War II made the whole world realize that the fight for human rights was far from over.
After World War II, countries around the world realized that we needed to defend and define human rights.
Those American twins, General Assembly of 1948, signed the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
We need to create a document that lists every single human right that every human deserves. Except slaves. Slaves are human too. Minorities are human too.
Except women.
Women are human too.
Trying to change their religion.
Every human, every single human. Did I stutter? No. These rights are for everyone, regardless their gender, status, religion, or race. They're all human. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights cites right to equality, liberty and security, freedom from discrimination, right to belong to a nation, right to effective judiciary, freedom from slavery. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights cites Universal Declaration of Human Rights cites?
Right to have an education, right to lawful validity. Right to have social security, protection of your privacy.
Every human matters. Any questions? We all agree. So who will vote in favor of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights?
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was ratified in 1948.
But the fight for human rights is far from over.
In Uganda, 1,500 people die each week in prison camps.
This is a violation of Article 3, the right to live free.
In Ghana, children 5 to 14 are tricked with false promises of education and lured into dangerous, unpaid jobs in the fishing industry.
This is a violation of Article 4 prohibiting slavery.
Violations of universal rights happen all over the world, even the United States.
16 million American children struggle with hunger each year.
Without access to basic nutrition, 1 in 5 children go hungry at some point during the year. This is a violation of Article 25 to have an adequate standard of living.
In Kenya, authorities violated international rights to close the borders to thousands of people fleeing armed conflict in Somalia.
In China, Christians were persecuted for practicing their religion outside state-sanctioned channels.
In Sudan, regular human rights defenders were arrested and tortured by security forces.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the government attacks and threatens human rights defenders and restricts freedom of expression.
All over the world, the fight for rights continues.
Together we can turn the world from night to day until these injustices are all done away. Everything will be okay.
All we need is time, no right to use the crime. We will climb to the
no matter the weather. If someone's in trouble, lift them out of the rubble. Let them know we've got your back. We'll pick up the slack. You're human too, so I'll fight for you. We have to fight, 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 fight. We have to fight for our rights, 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 rights. Fight with all our might, 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 might. Your hands, we have to fight for our rights. Oh, oh, we have to fight for our rights. Oh, oh, this is the right fight.
Do you now understand why human rights are so important?
No, I still don't get it. Why should we care about people on the other side of the world? That's not my problem. Everyone should care, even you.
She's right. Human rights are important. You have them.
I do?
What are some of our human rights, class?
Freedom, family, marriage, citizenship, privacy.
Johnny thinks snoring is a human right.
Bill, wake up, Johnny.
Huh? What? 9,000 minus 8 is half a pretzel?
What? No, it isn't. 9,000 minus 8 is 8,992. But that's not the point.
The point is that human rights are important. It is your responsibility to know what your rights are so that if anyone tries to take them away, you can fight for them.
Without human rights, we wouldn't be here right now.
Without our rights, people in power can do whatever they want. They could force students to work in factories. They could send people to concentration camps. They could control where we live, what we eat, everything.
People are fighting for their rights all over the world. This is one kind of fight I will allow in school.
This is the right fight.
Thank you for watching our play. We hope you learned something.
Who were you talking to?
The audience.
The audience?
Are we on TV? Are we famous?
No, we're in the middle of a school play.
Oh.
How much are we getting paid?
Nothing. Like I said, it's a school play.
Aw, man.
Wave to your parents.
Hi, Mom.
Now let's get ready to sing our last musical number. Ready?
Ready?